Hey, what's up, Watchy? Cheers. Good to see y'all for another day of direct strike action. Is that supposed to be a cup or a trash can emote? Prefer BNet DS. It's definitely more chill, that's for sure. I I um I enjoy W3 Champions because I actually just really like competing in things. I find it more entertaining personally for me when I have some good competition. It's like it's a major personal preference thing. It's not that any one thing is better or worse by any means. It's just, I meant to add a red notification last night. Oh, all right. What are we doing here? Hmm. Kind of feel like we just reroll tier one here, maybe. Probably reroll tier one and then reroll C, depending what I get. I don't think Chim are very playable, but let's start with this. All right, this is much better. Okay, yeah, we'll happily just reroll C now. All right, it's okay. Generally pretty happy with this. Not perfect. Um, gonna skip here with two footmen. The problem is that Teal is also on footmen, and that basically loses to everything except for huntresses. So it doesn't really seem like we're gonna be able to keep mid here. Yeah, two footmen would not have worked. That said, ghouls is probably not really what we want to see. We need to get a good hero to deal with that. Ideally. I mean, because we could have considered tier three rushing or something if it was like a weird opening or too many units or I don't know, even like if it was like a huntress or something, like we definitely could have considered it. But well, this will be great to make Pacific rage. Okay. I actually don't know who wins this. Pretty close, right? I guess it's not close. Just a casual double skip mid lane. What is he actually gonna go for? It's actually not that easy, right? He has, yeah, I mean, he has a real mystery to solve here.
Your building is complete. Your building is complete. Your building is complete.
I really don't know what he's gonna make in his lane. I mean, he's really backed himself into a corner here. God damn it, it's Shaman. It's like really, really annoying for me to deal with, right? Tower's gone. Probably. I guess somehow it's just Dryads leaking, so we should still be okay for one more turn here. Still, we kind of have a problem. We're into... Like, I guess I just have to make these for Dispel. And just hope that that's good enough. I feel like we should probably just mine here, but maybe it's okay. I mean, the good news is he is killing, like, everything other than the Dryads. So, I mean, they're not going to do any damage to the tower. But still, this feels a little hopeless. I don't really know what to make here. I don't feel like I can actually, like, possibly win here, so I feel like my better play is to actually just try and see if I need to make a play, essentially. Okay. Never mind. Yellow already mined. let's get our second mine now. And then we'll pool for a wave. And go for it. Maybe even pool for 2 waves. Hey, Ark. Thanks. What's up, dude, bro, John? What's up, GG? Well played.
Your building is complete.
Research complete. Research complete.
This probably isn't enough whivs, honestly, but maybe it's okay. Don't keep score anymore. I have not been, yeah. I just haven't been putting it on the stream. Honestly, I've just been going 50-50 every day anyway.
We must lend aid to our allies.
Naga patch told Chaos RNG? I don't know. Maybe.
Your building is complete.
More gold is required. Our time is short. More gold is required. More gold is required. More gold is required.
Your building.
Research complete.
Oh, he has Hydras? Okay. We'll see how this works. What are the strongest Nagas ATM? Coatl are pretty good. I think Snapdragons are actually very strong. Honestly, I don't mind Sirens. I think Sirens are doing a decent enough job. I haven't had any any problem playing sirens. Maybe they could use like a very small buff or something. I also think that sea giants are pretty decent. What's up, theologist?
Your building is complete. Your building is complete.
Probably need to toggle Aqua Shield now. Make sure that getting the best value out of it. Could also make priests pretty soon. Probably make one more of these guys just to make sure we spread out our buff enough.
Your building is complete.
More gold is required. More gold is
It's
required.
fine. We'll just make some upgrades here. Some destros, okay. That's annoying.
Research complete.
We must lend
Opinion on Myrmidons. I don't really like where Myrmidons are at. I don't really know how to make them better either. I mean, the problem is that like having a vanilla unit, a vanilla melee unit on tier 2 can be really nice to give you some frontline in like certain positions. But I also think that a lot of the time that's just not actually that good anyway. Like, you're usually wanting to play units that like synergize with your army and stuff. So yeah, I mean, Myrmidons went from being kind of a jack of all trades, like you could just build it and only it, you would just kind of counter everything, into, I don't know, what I would call like I just don't know what role it's really supposed to play. I have a hard time with that.
Your building is complete.
We'll see. Fortunately, this Orb of Fire wasn't actually that good, because I can't actually kill that much here. Unlucky. With a new Fortified, it seems good. It seems decent. I think that there's definitely going to be some situations where the Fortified Naga is going to feel really good. But, I mean, it's a very, like, defensive unit, so it does allow you to build some decent frontline. In my opinion, its stats are, like, a little bit too low. It's not off by, like, a ton, but it definitely feels like the problem is, like, when you build like such a defensive unit, you have to have the rest of your army doing a lot of damage. A little bit of a hard position to put it in. And force people to make shitty siege units. I mean, that's one way to look at it. The other way to look at it is that, like, you give people a really easy way to build siege units. Like, a lot of the time, like, W units often aren't even that bad. It's that you can't build them, like, profitably. And it's kind of the same with this. It's like, he has a really good scaling comp. Oh, I need to turn on Aqua Shield. Like, it's not just about, like, forcing somebody to do something, like, because, and that is, like, important, for sure. It's just, like, sometimes, like, forcing them to do something, like, is not all it's cracked up to be. Like, oh man, I've forced you to build Banshee into my Tauren Walker. You know, it's like, it's not always a good thing, right? Like, if they have an easy answer to it. So, it kind of depends which siege unit you have, right? And it's like, I mean, I think it's very situational. We need to get hero this turn. Honestly, I should probably just be playing forward at this point, but maybe it's fine. Kind of seems like this army is pretty good into the Infernal. That's a little bit of a scary timing for them. Warden 6 here, plus a Doomguard stack. Right. Luckily he has TC and Warlords and Frostworms and stuff, so... I'm gonna reroll. Any of these are quite good enough. Obviously not ideal to have to reroll here, because it's not like we're infinity ahead, and probably Pacific has at least 3 mines, so we're not that far ahead here. Hey, Doom Train. Thank you a lot for the raid. You're having a good day, good stream.
Where shall I strike?
We must lend aid to ours.
Release the Naga? Yeah, hell yeah.
More gold.
Here we are. Playing with our Naga.
Your building is complete. We must lend aid to our allies.
Research complete.
Your building
These are all really bad.
I'm trying to think here.
I mean, we have a lot of AoE, but yeah, pretty failed reroll. Oh, our egg is still here. Nice. Holy shit. Some bonus value in here.
I'm awake. More time is yours. My strength is yours. My strength is yours.
We must
Our
lend
time
aid
is
to
yours.
ours. Your building is complete. Your building is complete.
Yes, my friend. Is someone injured? I can't build that. Are there enemies above? Build there.
Walker shield for now. Here's some Naga right here. We got some Nagas in our army, the Sirens.
Your building is complete.
Where shall I strike?
Your building is complete.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Okay, I actually, sorry, I wasn't paying super close attention, but I'm very sorry. I have to time you out for that, Mr. Alejo Snob. Yeah, let's ease up on that. I know that it sounds like another word, and it's very funny to some people, but yeah, we're just not gonna do that. We can make other jokes. in the chat. Do you have a rule of thumb when you upgrade 1122? Not really. What I can say is that usually by like 20 minutes, I would say you want 1-1, and by like 30 minutes 2-2, and like 40 minutes 3-3. Like if I had to say something, but I actually think that it's a lot more nuanced than that, and I don't necessarily encourage the kind of like, I don't know, like how you would say very, very like rigid, like, oh, you should have it at this time. Like it's much more like you should have it when you need it, and when you need it is going to depend on what your other options are. If you have like a lot of other really good buffs, for instance, then you can get it like a little bit later. Like I could push back my 2-2 timing, like because I have priests or whatever. But it also depends on how many units you actually have that are going to benefit from it. Like sometimes you'll wait a really long time in a game because like you're building a bunch of casters or something, and the casters are you just don't need that many upgrades because your casters don't benefit from them. So there's a lot of different factors there. There are times when I get 1-1 really early. Like you could even get it like, I don't know, 10 minutes into the game or something. Like if all you've done is build like footmen and dryads or something like that, then all of a sudden you have a really good push and you need to like get some extra damage in or something, then you can get upgrades really early. But yeah, typically like the more casters that you have, the more you've invested in your heroes. Those are all reasons to not buy upgrades or to push back your upgrades. And the more units that you have that you want more of, like you want more power from those units that benefit from the upgrades, the sooner you can get the upgrades and have it be worth it. Suzu, what are those minus 30 MMR? What am I looking at? Wait, what are you looking at? Yeah. Hydras do not seem very good at all against the piercing damage units. They seem like they freaking melt. Minus 30 over last 30 games. Yeah. Oh, I guess it didn't update. That was like a I actually don't know. How much did I get for that one? 13. I don't know why it said that, to be honest, because it like pushed a loss off and then added a win. Yeah, I mean I had Inner Fire and Aqua Shield. So the combination of it's like actually two stacked armor buffs. And since the Aqua Shield is like a flat damage decrease, and I believe they like stack basically, right? Like Aqua Shield and Inner Fire defensively. Like one's armor and one's percent reduction. So I think that made them pretty strong. Yeah, the Chim was very unfortunate. Said, let's see the Destros or the Quaddles. Yeah, yeah. Didn't expect full Wendy's. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Is there a new race? How does the game feel now? Like, yeah, yeah. So they've added the Naga race into onto the W3 Champions version of Direct Strike, which is pretty cool. How does it feel so far? I think that there's some really good aspects of it. It feels very new, and there's a lot of new units to learn and stuff like that, which is a big positive. Um, as far as I wouldn't say it's perfect though, because I do think that there's still some balancing work to really make the Naga units feel good to play. I would say that a lot of them are. I would just say that they're very slightly underpowered in most cases. I would put that as at least like half of them like, but the thing is that they're not all going to be amazing, right? Like that's the same thing as any other direct strike unit. It's like not every Naga unit is going to be, S or A tier just because it's new. Some of them are going to be in B or C or D tier, whatever, and that's just how it is. Yeah, I think the idea, Pacific, is that they're going to be good into like the magic damage air, or at least a lot better, like the destroyer, um, frostworm, chim, and they kind of get owned a little bit by a wind rider, hippo rider. Honestly, hippo rider feels like it just melts. The thing is that they can deal damage for anti-air, but they can't really tank for it. Like what might work well for playing Hydras is actually having a melee hero that that can like hold an orb and actually like tank a lot of damage while your Hydras go to work. Like if you can put the melee hero in front. Yeah, I mean part of that's just because Coatl are like a little bit OP. And possibly Hydra. Like the problem is that before Hydras were just being rushed. I do agree though that I'd probably not prefer to play Hydras right now. I kind of agree with you, Papit. Some of the units are really cool. I think that some of them have some interesting stuff, and that there's definitely a couple units that are just like, yeah, uninspired. I mean, the thing is units like Enchantress and Siren have a lot of abilities, and they're really cool. I think Enchantress might be a little underpowered right now, but honestly, I've barely seen anybody playing Enchantress at all. And it's one of the units with like more abilities and stuff. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go use the restroom. Please, if you get in the game with me, please pause if I'm not back yet. Thanks. Thanks. Yeah, the timing. I I haven't really been playing stuff like Shaman Necro previously because I felt like it's very too expensive to get the research, but actually I feel like Shaman might just be like really good right now just because they're actually like incredibly good versus like ghouls and stuff, ghouls and footmen.
Our allies' town needs help. Insufficient gold. Insufficient gold.
Thoughts on Myrmidons? I mean, the current balance of Myrmidons, I would say that they're a little underpowered. And I also think that like the idea is that it's alternate frontline. Like if you're playing ghouls or something, and and instead of being in a situation where your ghouls are all getting AoE'd, you could tech and like play Myrmidon. You could also play them with Huntresses, but as is, I honestly feel like they just feel like worse grunts to me. Like I mean, you have like grunts you have to play on tier two. I don't know what you would have to make their stats in order to make them feel like I don't know. To make them feel better, I don't know. I feel like right now they need some kind of utility or ability to make them A more interesting and B more viable. We can obviously just buff their stats.
We must lend
Dang, I could have gone keeper here. I mean, you're never going keeper over lich, right? But we could have as a as a gambit. I mean, going Alk, if you know your opponent is gonna play a fucking lich every time, then you might as well, right? We would have won this fight like really easily if we went keeper, but then we would have something he could actually counter. This is the type of game where typically I would not want to play an orb because we have so much hyperscaling, but I feel like we'll need to just because Alk is just like a really fat single target unit. I'm a little worried that he could just be on Banshee or something, but so it goes. I could also go shaman here, but I think that it's okay. Let's wait and see what he has first.
Your building is complete. Your building is complete.
I don't even know if this got out. No, that sucks. I should have just bought the orb then. I think I lose this, right? Suppose if I had made shaman, we could have won, but like, am I really just gonna send out blind shaman here? Maybe I should have. I guess I still could.
Upgrade finished. Your building is complete.
More gold is required.
Your building is complete.
Interesting skip here. I'm a little worried actually getting this mine right now, but I'm willing to invest a lot into this, and I'm hoping that because we deal so much damage to Teal here, that that'll be okay. Probably what I need to do is just hedge on the fact that he could just destro me here.
Take your time. Look around.
Your building is
I don't know. Maybe this is a really weak mine, to be honest. I'm hoping to get a lot of help here. Dryad. Okay. Maybe he's mining? I don't know. I guess the thing that I'm more worried about is like him playing something like Mass Necro. He could do either Mass Necro or Mass Bear. Mass Bear doesn't... I mean, I think I just have to scan him here, to be honest. See how many mines he has. Because if he's still in one mine, we have to scan him every time. Bears? Okay, it's 3 mines. All right.